Don't worry. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat that for the recording. 80% of attendance. That's a great number. You can continue, Sudha.
Okay, thank you, Fernando. So when it comes to the next part, like it's a content of the workshop. So how we are going to feel about the content of the workshop, like whether the content of the workshop is sufficient or under content or over content. Like how do you feel? Like okay, or like it's too much for the kids, or like it's we want some more. How we are going to feel about that?
So please raise your hand and you can share with us. Okay, Lourdes?
When the meeting was end, my daughter was telling me that she was happy to participate. It was interesting, the video, but she was asking me why they don't play, because she was wanting to play with a bingo. She was wanting to play with I don't know, it's a puzzle or something. I don't remember what it was, the other page. And I said, no, don't worry, we can do that together. But she was saying to me, oh, mom, I would like to play with the other kids. And I think it's a good idea that they can play with the other kids if they already have those pages. It's something that just she mentioned to me.
That is great idea, Lourdes. And I'm glad that your daughter bring that.
So
anyone else?
Sure, I can share. On my side, my daughter wanted to have another gardening workshop, and she didn't. She was still. She's still complaining that it's gonna be once a month, and she wanted in more often or regular basis. And also, she wants to share of her wonders and discoveries that she does when walking. So like this week, I shared with La Mesa Verde a video of her just asking or wondering about a name of a plant. She was happy to find a plant with pots with seeds inside the pots, and wanted to hear from La Mesa Verde what kind of plant that would be. She was just, I don't know, I just wanted to say that for her, La Mesa Verde is a reference, and she wanted to have these gardening workshops more regular basis.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marian. Teo?
For my daughter was so happy. I think everything was okay, just with time, and I mean it was not too. It wasn't a lot of information, so for her it was okay. But the only thing that she told me that is why we didn't answer the question that they are that they were asking when we told them share something that you want to learn. They told me, and when you are going to answer that question, okay, so sorry. I think we forgot to say that we are going to answer all that question in the beginning, in the upcoming workshops, probably. So that's the reason we asked them what you want to learn, because we want to make the workshops in the terms that they want, what the kids want to learn. No? So I think that is the only thing that she told me that. I want that answer for right now. Okay. So probably we should answer all the questions to the kids in the next workshop, or doing a workshop in a specific to answer that question. About tomatoes, I think they asked for how to grow tomatoes, how to grow to healthy food. Some kids ask what bees put pollen in the flowers, and I don't remember the other one. How to grow flowers. So probably we can answer that in the next workshop. But everything for her was okay.
Yeah, thank you. So Pat Green, go ahead.
Yes. Well, as I mentioned earlier, my granddaughter really enjoyed the workshop, but she was also just, I think it was Lourdes was saying that she thought they were going to do the crossword puzzle together as a group. Because of course one was in English and one was in Spanish, and she was kind of puzzled when she saw the Spanish one. And she just thought it was going to be a group thing that, you know, they would do together. So I don't know if it's something that, you know, we can incorporate in some future workshops, but she just thought it was going to be done together and not just during the month, you know, between the workshops. You know, she didn't want it to be like homework. She wanted to be more as a participation within the group of children. So.
Thank you, Pat Green. The same thing, Fernando, actually, my daughter, she doesn't know, but my son, like, you know, he was asking, like, you know, whether he can do with the group. Like except that, like, you know, they're like, you know, keep on digging the box, like, you know, they're checking whether the sprouts are coming up. And I just kept on like screaming, like, please don't dig it up, because even though it's going to start germinate and these guys are going to kill it. That's what, like, you know, I'm just thinking now every day, like, you know, I'm just closing the box because of the rains. I just close the box and, like, you know, they nicely open the box because they wanted to breathe in, like, you know, my daughter is saying, Mama, the seeds needs to breathe. It needs oxygen. And, like, you know, they completely like, they just did something with the seeds, and again I have to do everything. So that's what is going on, Fernando. Thank you everyone for sharing.
And something that something that I am hearing here is like maybe instead to have like a class for the next workshop, we can send again materials and a few 3 activities that they can learn through the activity in the workshop, no? Instead to have the slides trying to teach them, we can prepare material to have an activity, and they will implement that activity in a group in the workshop. That sounds like idea. And that's gonna change the way how we're thinking about this now, because we in the beginning was like, no, this is a class of gardening like we have as adults, but they are telling us like they want something different. And I'm glad that if we can try for the next workshop then. Monica or any other person, Nicole, if you want to say, yeah. Monica, you
at
can.
the same time, I'm saying, yes, we should do that about the pages, the one we sent. But it was our first time with this program, and we count that probably the time it will be not enough because only for 45 minutes, right? But if we decided to have for a whole hour, for an hour instead of 45 minutes, it will be probably much better for us, because sometimes we ask kids that a question that they're thinking about to answer, and then we have to wait for the kid to answer to give him a little bit of time, right? Sometimes another kids answers are going to be spontaneous, and because of the different ages or because they're not shy to answer. And my kids were so happy. They were participating. They ended up the program very excited. And I told them, you see, it's nothing to worry about it. And at the beginning, they were saying, oh, Mom, it's our break. Mom, why I should be in this program? And they were complaining a little bit. But I told them, it's our first program. Help me with this. And they were fighting. They were fighting too. So that your kids probably, they were making noises. They were like, come on, let me focus. guess I'm trying to lead this program too. So, but it was awesome. A good, awesome experience. And I'm very glad to have been participating with this and with you guys.
Go ahead, Leodora. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about your name.
Oh, you can call me Lulu.
Lulu. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So
I
much.
was thinking and what Monica said, mentioned. Yeah, totally agree with her. I think if they could, if at the time they seeing the video, they can play with the kids. They can doing the same thing at the same time. And that way the kids are paying attention and they're playing at the same time. So probably it can work if they can mix it. The presentation, that's something that they need to learn, and plus they're playing. Another, now I remember that Sarah was saying to me that she really enjoyed to just put the soil in the base and everything. I think it's another activity that the kids that really like it. Just doing and playing with the soil, touching the seeds and everything. Those activities are they really love it. And my daughter was so curious. Mom, I want to do it now. I want to just do it, and she's so excited every day. She's watching her base. So yeah, it's another thing that they really enjoy.
Okay.
Thank you, Lulu. So the next agenda meeting, like, I think maybe the kids engagement also, it comes under this, the topic is continuing like that. So we already see, like, all of your opinions and suggestions. So kids
So engagement. No, I think so that we, in the opinions that we hear from our members, they cover all this point. No?
Yeah, that's what.
These bullet points we use in La Mesa Verde to go like a category for category, but sometimes we use that to do like don't forget one area to evaluate. But in your opinions and what you share here, you cover almost everything here, even in suggestions, and new ideas to implement in the second workshop. So I think I get the how you evaluate this, and thank you for bringing your kids' opinion here, and also the suggestion for the next one. So great job evaluating the workshop, and we should feel proud about this.
Thank you so much, everyone, for your precious opinions and suggestions. So we are 15 minutes ahead of the schedule, Fernando.
Yes. And then in the third point, we're going to spend a lot of time, so we are fine.
Yes.
Okay.
So can we go where to important information?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So everyone, here is the very, what is that, a great news. So this is the important information regarding the Taylor Street Farm invitation. So it could be either in person or Zoom meeting. So the invitation includes the learning and observational stations to introduce children to social science, plant science, pollination, pollinators, and wildlife, such as composting, building, and monitoring, weather tracking, seed starting, seed saving, habitat boards, worm care, and pollinator observations. So these are some points they just included in the email. And the second point would be sensory garden. So children can learn how to use all their 5 senses, like touch, sound, smell, sight, and taste, as well as how to grow their own plants and start gardens at home. And the third would be seating area for children to read and do garden arts and crafts. So we are we are asking, like, representatives. Fernando, please correct me if I'm wrong, okay?
Yeah, I can complement your information. So
Yes.
for those who have heard about Taylor Street Farm, it's a small space, a gardening space in Taylor Street in downtown. If you want, have visited that place, and they are inviting La Mesa Verde and specific the Kids Club to participate in a grant, to apply for a grant, because they want to yes implement a program for kids, educational program, but they are looking for members, for community members to get involved. So they are asking to La Mesa Verde to be partners in this project. And to talking about the details, like how we're gonna, for example, the calendar for that project, how we're gonna invite kids, how we're gonna, what things we can include in that idea to the grant. And if they don't earn, they don't get the grant, anyway, they're gonna do it. They are inviting at least 2 members of this committee on a meeting. Can be in person in the farm, or can be through Zoom, to talking about this. Like what things we are interested to add in this project as a committee for our kids. And they in these 3 points that you see here, those are the draft ideas they want to put in the grant to apply, but they want to hear for us what else we can put, and also if we are interested to participate in that grant, and when they earn that grant, when they get that money in that project, if we are interested to get involved our kids in that activity. So the first thing to ask to you all, it's like, what is your opinion about if we, as a kids club, get involved with Taylor Street Farm in this project? And second, who would like to participate as a representative of this group in that meeting? The floor is open to share your thoughts, ideas.
Yeah, Mariana.
Well, these are awesome news, and I wasn't expecting to hear anything like this. And well, other than opinions, I have a lot of questions. Like, for example, it's great to have a place like the Taylor Street Farm, although it's a small area, but it's good enough for kids projects. So I just wanted to hear from Fernando, how would this mean for partnering with them, talking about the grant. How would this look for the Kids Club with La Mesa Verde and La Mesa Verde? Would they share this grant with us?
I mean,
or it's just about cooperating, and so the grant will just be.
So they will administrate the resource, and they will buy all the garden material for kids and art and all the implementation of that, but they want to invite our kids to use all those resources, to enjoy that project. And if you ask me, this is like a kind of a miracle that we are receiving in a really good moment of this committee, because we has a program for those who are, this is the second meeting of you. This committee has ideas started in December of the last year. So we never put budget for this, because the agency of Sacred Heart created a budget in July. No, it's a fiscal year in our budget. So after this July of this year, we're gonna put budget for these activities. So now Taylor Street Farm, they are inviting our kids to receive help through this grant to practice gardening in that small farm, and with all the activities they are proposing here. And in terms of the details and how we're gonna do it, what we want to do, what they want to do, all those details we're gonna talk in that meeting. That is the reason it's so important that we participate in that meeting. We hear what they want, we can
Okay.
share our thoughts and ideas, and we can have an agreement. Like okay, we are agree about this, great. This is the deal that we are closing with them.
Okay. So that means that you have your own questions, right, for them. You have your own questions. Also, and second question, and I believe right now would be the last one. You are asking just for one representative. It can be more than one.
I say 2 representatives of
Oh,
them.
it can be more than 2.
Yeah, I actually, they don't say any number. I just put a number to do not push the whole group to participate. If the whole group want to participate in the meeting, that's gonna be great. But in terms of if we have just 1 hour of meeting with them, sometimes have too much people complicate the conversation. But if we prepare ourselves with our question and say, okay, this is the topic we want to talk with them. This is our agenda to bring in that meeting. I think we can participate as a group. But if we go like everyone with their own agenda and their own question, the conversation is going to spread and we are not going to have enough time to concrete things in 1 hour of meeting.
Okay, so
I have a question. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no problem. It clarifies a lot. I thought that the representative will be a representative for the whole group. No, but I get it. I get it. It's just a representative for this meeting. It's not about the whole project.
So the
Yes,
representatives are going to be with the kids or without the kids, Fernando?
sorry, can you repeat that question?
Okay, the representative as in the parents or like with the kids, they wanted to be attend the meeting?
That is really good question. For real, that's really good question, because we as a parent can take decision about what we want, but if we don't hear our kids, we are just guessing what they would like to. So I'm pretty sure even them, Taylor Street Farm, they don't have the response for that, because when they write a grant, they don't have a group of kids asking about this. And that is if we in some point want to do that, like, okay, we're gonna apply for a grant, if we're gonna have a focus group with kids asking about what things include in a grant, that would be like amazing. That is out of think out of the box in terms of how you create project from the kids for the kids and to the kids. So we can ask them that. We can ask like, okay, we can participate in the meeting, but we would like to hear from our kids, how we can get some opinion from our kids in terms of that. That's a good point, Suda.
Thank you, Fernando. So any more questions? Anyone, any more, like,
Question, thoughts, feelings about this?
additions, opinions? Come on.
I am also really excited about the possible, expansion of available learning and resources for all of the children here in San Jose. And I think that you guys brought up some really good points. I'm excited about the kids' input as well.
Yes, thank you for sharing that.
Thank you, Nicole. Nicole, right? Nicole.
Yes.
Yeah, Lulu.
Yes, I was thinking it is a good opportunity for our kids. Like I was saying that they can touch all the see all the plants. I think it's a really good opportunity for them. But now I was thinking in our pandemic time, so I don't know how they deal with that. I know they just the organizations and all the places it is the beginning, they're open, so how they will deal with that and how the Zoom's meeting will be.
That's a good question to take notes and to make that question to them. Right now they are open for volunteer activities. I'm not sure if right now they are doing with kids, but they are doing everything through social distance. They have a good space to have at least, I don't know, they should to have at least, I will say, 18 or 20 garden beds spread in a space, so that you can have 1 or 2 kids working per area. No, so in terms of the space, it's enough to have a group of people, even for or just the number of people we have here. So I see Pat and Theodora asking.
Yeah.
I have been in Taylor Street Farm, and I think they only allowed like 2 or 3 families when they have kids. They allow just to treat to 3 or 2 families, so to keep the social distance and everything. And I think it's a really good opportunity because they have a huge farm. Well, it's not too big, but I think it's enough for the kids to play. And the process that way that they do is like you register, you say what day are you going to volunteer, then um, they give you something to volunteer, like planting a seed or watering the plants or I don't know, cleaning the soil or the space. And then they explain you something about the plants that they have in the garden. And also they have chickens, so the kids can see the kitchen, can feed the kitchen. So I think it's a great opportunity to partner with them. So we can have in the future probably field trips, or they can schedule a visit like for 2 families one day and another 2 families other day. So I think it's a good opportunity to partnership with them. And yeah, for me, it's a great news with this. And I think if we participate with them and if they are applying with the grant, I think they will have more resources to share for the kids, not only with us, only for all the community. No? So I think it's a good opportunity.
Thank you, Theo. Pat, you're next.
Yes, thank you. I'm not familiar with the Taylor Street Farm, but I think some of my questions were answered by Fernando and Teo. So are these areas already there at the garden, or are they through this grant going to build these areas for the children? You know, they'll have the sensory garden, or is that already there and working? And they just are opening it up for the children from the kids club to go and participate.
So the installation is already there.
Okay.
In the past, before the COVID, they have activities for kids, for volunteer, and they were actually one of their members of that program help us to create the curriculum for this year.
Okay.
Now they give us kind of a training about what recommendation we should to take in terms of when we are thinking to work with kids, how you put this content in a kid's language and all that stuff. So they have that experience, and they have the garden beds there. They are growing food. They receive a volunteer every single Saturday and Wednesday. So they have everything.
Okay, so it's pretty much set up already.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you, Fernando.
Thank you, Fernando.
Okay, anyone else would you like to share thoughts, ideas, or we can start to taking note about who would like to participate and what time and day it's a good day for have that meeting.
I would like my name put on the list.
Oh, Mariana wants to be on the wants to be a representative, Fernando, or who else? Pat, did you raise your hand? Okay.
No, sorry.
No.
I would love to know if it's gonna be just for English, these classes, or just for the beginning to learn, and we can share with you guys, or we can have the second meeting and they can invite us, because right now we're not so many kids. Probably with social distances, we can go and visit that place together with our kids, because we're not big and not too many kids, not too many families.
Mhm. But Mariana cannot came in person. I'm sorry, Mariana. We will record you a video.
She's gonna be here soon.
Uh, I hope that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it will be awesome. I believe that if we can go all together and visit, because it's the beginning of this program and we can learn a little bit, then we can have be more excited about that program.
Mhm.
I
So would be Zoom meeting or a?
For now, at least this first meeting will be in Zoom meeting,
Mhm.
just to hear more about the proposal.
Sure. Okay.
Who else would like to participate in that meeting?
Monica is raising your hand, or like,
think I really want to try to see if it's possible I can learn more.
Yeah, of course.
so we have Mariana and Monica so far. So
Yes. Anyone else? We decide that it's not just two. Anyone else would you like? It's fine.
yeah, I would like to participate as well, Fernando.
Great. Any idea about what day or time is better for schedule this?
Maybe Fridays, like, we are not going anywhere anytime soon. So Fridays, Friday evenings are like, like whatever, like Monica and Mariana says, like I'm there, like don't worry about me.
Friday for me is okay too.
Okay, Mariana,
Sure thing. The same.
I'm sorry.
The same. It's fine. Friday.
Okay,
For me.
Friday is fine. Okay,
Thank you, Susan.
Friday is fine with us, Fernando.
Okay. At what time?
The same time.
At the same time.
Yes.
6 p.m. Friday?
Yes. Mariana? 6
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. If they cannot do that on Friday at 6 p.m., what other alternative we have? Or they just have to accommodate to us? I can tell them that, like, hey, we are parents, we are busy, and Fridays at 6 is the time. I can tell them that. They should
Just do that.
understand.
Just do that. Just try. Just in case you go to the point.
Yeah, if they want to work with parents, they have to understand this situation.
Yeah. Because Fernando, the thing is, like, I do have, like, I'm not sure, because sometimes they're going to send me the meetings like 1 day or 2 days before.
Mhm.
So I just don't want to, I'm really like, this is my schedule. You can see everything is like blue. So
Mhm.
Fridays are like, okay, but if they wanted some other day, I can accommodate, but like at least like a week before notification would be great.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to schedule with them next Friday,
Okay, sounds great.
because the grant have a deadline, and that is March 21st.
Yeah.
So next Friday it's still a good.
Because is it okay? Because it's only 2 days before the grant. Because it's going to be 19th March 19th. Like
Yeah.
or they wanted a earlier date.
No, it's fine. And also they should to have the grant already right, like they already have done that. They just need a few details and hear from us what things we can add, but I feel like they have everything already set up.
Okay. Thank you, Fernando.
That's great. That's great that everyone like this surprise that we have. Okay, we have, I will say 30 minutes for the next point. And this is the big point. Actually, this is the stick of the dinner. Let me tell you. It's the next workshop. It's a lot of things to do, but at least right now we have a huge idea about how we're gonna do this. No, like in terms of, okay, we're gonna have an activity for the kids who are gonna play that activity in the workshop. So we don't need to prepare a class. We need to prepare activities and the material for that.
Mhm.
So first of all, Sudha, what is the date for next workshop?
Okay, so the second Kids Club second workshop is going to be on April 3rd, 2021, from 10 to 11, as usual. So now we are going to discuss, or like, the floor is open for the potential ideas. For the second workshop is soil and seedling. So when me and like Fernando discussed yesterday, like, he was like, telling about the soil, but like I suggested him like about the seedling, because in 1 month the seedling is going to start. Like if we are going to wait 1 more month, it's going to be 2 more months. By the time we are going to discuss with the kids, the seedlings are not going to be a seedlings and it's going to be plants. So we wanted to embedded both, like we wanted to introduce both soil and seedling for the upcoming, like, workshop. So any suggestions or like any ideas, is that okay? Or like, do we need to discuss only soil, or like, can we do it both soil and seedling?
Both.
Both. Okay, thank you, Monica. So how
Thank you,
about
Monica.
like Pat, Theo, Lulu, Nico, Mariana?
I think it's a good idea to do both. I don't know if in this workshop they can do the beans. They can put it with the cottons and put the water. It could be something. I remember that I used to do that at the school. It is really interesting how the bean get the old little green branches and get the little leaves. I think it's a good activity for them. And for the soil, it could be both between a video and something that they can do with I don't know, like a game or something that just mix it. I think it's a good idea like that.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you think?
No, thank you, Lulu. So any more suggestions or ideas? Yeah, I'm not sure like who raised your hand first. I saw 3 hands. So Nico. Nicole, you raised your hand, right, Nicole?
Yes, sorry, Sudha, my microphone again. I'm trying to do this on my phone and sometimes it goes out of the screen.
Don't worry, like sometimes our mics are like our kids and husbands, they're not going to listen to us. No offense, Fernando, as a husband, like, okay.
So I was actually recommended by my mentor last week to watch something on Netflix. It's called Kiss the Ground. And it was actually really beautiful about learning about the soil and doing composting and how the soil is alive. So maybe that would be like good homework for the kids and for us to kind of watch together. I'd like to watch it again, actually. It was pretty interesting.
What is that again, Nicole? Like what show it is?
It's called Kiss the Ground.
Okay.
On Netflix.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
So Mariana.
Thank you, Sudha. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. So after I was hearing from the kids, I believe soil and seedling topics, bringing them to the workshop, it would be great. And not just that, also, I remember I heard that the kids were hoping to have an activity that they can do together with. So we can bring more activities other than if soil and seedling is not enough for the workshop. We can add even more.
Mariana, your voice.
And it can be a social emotional activity. And my suggestion for this social emotional activity can be related about
Yeah, Mariana, your voice is
breaking out.
yes, Mariana, your voice is.
Are you, Fernando, having problems hearing my audio?
Yes.
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 So my recommendation is turn off your camera and try again.
Okay.
That use less internet
Okay.
time.
Mariana,
Okay, can you hear me better?
Okay. You can talk.
I'm sorry, you can pass the microphone to Laura. I'll find another way to use the audio. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Theo. Theodora.
Thank you, Susan. I think both of them are good, soil and seedlings. And I think we can find some like crossword or like a bingo also for the soil of the seedlings, just to put for example, the parts of the plant in the crossword so they can fill it out and do it in the workshops. Or I don't know, I probably have a basket or container with soil and to ask them what did they feel, how did they smell, what did they find, and at the same time we can like explain something about the soil while they are like feeding the soil, right? And about the seedlings, I think I'm not sure, but probably for that time the kids, we are going to have the seeds already like sprouting, right?
Yes.
So we can use that for showing them the seedlings, to explaining about the seedlings, right? So I think we can like find some activities that they do all together about the soil and seedlings. I don't know.
And just to try to, we have 15 more minutes. I think in this meeting, we're gonna try to agree about the topic. Mainly the topic and who would like to build this material or activities between now and the next workshop, because we don't have enough time here to prepare the activity and to prepare the materials. So we can make a round, everyone can share ideas. So we're gonna take notes about those ideas, and then we're gonna ask if anyone would like here to volunteer to create that material or create activities for the next workshop. And also who would like to help us. I know that I can print the material. I can put in the, I have the envelope, and someone can help us again to prepare all the materials to send that through the mail like the last time, and every kid's gonna receive that too again. So I hear a few opinions that we are agree about the soil and seedling. Anyone else, would you like to say something about that, or if they have another idea about the topic for next workshop, or we can move on in terms of sharing what is the best, I mean, who would like to get involved to facilitate the activity for the next workshop and the material.
What materials do we need?
That's gonna depend what activities we want to do. What kind of games we want to do with the kids for that activity. Because so we decide that it's gonna be activity for everyone can do it as a group. So the materials we should do thinking about, okay, what materials we can print so can everyone play and learn about soil and the seedlings.
I can search for some activities, Fernando.
Okay.
And like, do we need to, how, because the thing is like, I'm going to tell you, like, I'm going to talk to you about the activities and all, like, do we need to other, like, members to be voted, or like, you are going to be the final decision maker, how it's going to be?
I don't take too much decision in this group. I'm support your ideas and your thoughts and wherever you want to do.
Okay.
Of course, if it's the best for the group, but yes, I will support. Even if some crazy ideas, I will be with you in this.
Yeah.
So, but you're gonna take the decision here. You as a group,
Okay.
and I will provide the resource to make that happen.
Okay. So I'll do one thing, like, in next couple of days, like I would, to whom do you want me to send the activities? Like, because I'm going to, not only one, like I'm going to, just to be safe, like I'm going to send like couple of activities. So like, do we need to all to agree upon like one activity or something like that?
I would like to say something on that. May I? Yeah. So there is an idea that we have been working on, and so in this, like this case that you are like you are describing, and they are all fair. All these questions, who will approve them, who can check on this. So as a team, we thought that it would be better if you are assigned to someone, not just Fernando, but somebody else that can give you some feedback on your ideas and your suggestions. How do you want to present this printed material? It can be like last time the workshop was presented as a threefold. That was an idea. And we won't present as a threefold the guide for the workshop every time. It's just a way that it's just you will bring your own ideas, and you can share it with us as a team, and you will get feedback from us. And of course, Fernando says, but yes, Fernando plays a big role in all of this, but as a team, we try to.
Okay.
Yes, just to check how was in the past, in the first workshop. So Teodora, Marianne, and Monica, they create all the material. I printed. Marianne create the slides, the presentation, and I work in a program to create the first slides, with some colors, with the kids playing, and I put the questions. So, and I remember we have a one-on-one, I think, of what a group meeting with these people, asking, okay, what you gonna do? Can you share me? And we will give you some feedback before the workshop, like the day can be the same week of the workshop or 2 or 3 days before the workshop, so we can try to improve wherever we need to improve, or it's okay, it's fine, we need to go with that. But in terms of if we want to send this material for mail, we need to like move, not kind of fast, but we need to move ahead in terms of this and say, okay, this is the 3 ideas I have. What do you think into the group? We can send an email with everyone saying, this is the 3 ideas, this is the material. Are we okay with this? Any other thoughts? If everyone say, yes, I'm okay, please respond the email. We print that, we prepare the envelope, and we send that. And of course, with the person who is going to facilitate the workshop, with collaboration with everyone here, and of course with my collaboration, we will see the last details of that day. No?
Okay, thank you, Fernando. Lulu?
I was thinking about the presentation. I can help with the presentation. I really like to do that kind of work. I used to work with a PowerPoint, and we can do that too in a Google, where I don't know if it is the easy one for to do the presentation, any information that do you want. But like you said, I think if we need to collect first the information and then share with everybody and see what do you think and what is the best plan for the presentation, what it will be the old points that they want to talk about it. I can help with that.
Thank you, Lulu.
Yeah.
So, Fernando, any more questions or any more, do we need to ask the...
Everyone has a WhatsApp group, or we can add, we can create a WhatsApp.
Yes, that's what, like, I was about to ask, like, if I do have a WhatsApp, so it's better, like, for all of us to be there in a WhatsApp group, something like that. Yeah, Mariana?
Yes, that's a very good idea. What Monica is proposing. There is just a few questions about the WhatsApp group that I may have. Is about if Lulu signs up for the presentation to be the next presenter for the next workshop. Can we create some teams? So those interested about the presentation of the workshop, being a team of the workshop, and those interested in doing the fun activities for the printed out, that those activities that are gonna be mailed out to the children, that would be another team, and those interested in doing the I don't know, I don't remember, I'm sorry, what other roles are there, but
Preparing the envelopes. Preparing the envelopes.
Prepare, like for example, that's another one that can be set up with others, not just one person responsible, but it's up to us. We decide if we want to do something like this instead of just dropping a lot of questions in one single WhatsApp group, and then you get lost with so many questions, and then you say, oh, but I'm not working on the presentation. I have questions about the activities, the fun activities that I want to be printed out, and so that is why I'm proposing to do teams in the WhatsApp.
So
Yeah.
my question is that, Mariana, like, because, like, do we need like the stable, like, how can I say, like only particular person to be in one group, or they get to shuffle?
We can renew these groups every month. Every month that we meet in these committees, we can just close the groups that we created for the previous, for the workshop that we just had, and then we open new groups, and we close that one, and we open new groups for the next workshop, and then we close that old one, and then we open a new one for the...
Okay, how about, like, we all be in one group, and like if I'm interested in, like, presenting, and someone else is going to be presenting, and they get to talk with each other, like, how about like closing and opening the groups? How about like we are going to leave it to those particular person who is interested in the same topic?
Awesome. Yes, that also works as well, I believe. I don't
Thank
know
you.
about the others.
How about like, anyone else, like any ideas, thoughts?
We have 3 more minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. So let's open a WhatsApp group for
Okay.
all of us right now. And then
Yes.
we do it like you suggested, Sudha.
Okay. Thank you, Mariana.
Oh,
So
thanks to you.
for next Zoom meeting, it's going to be on April 9th, 2021 from 6 to 7:30 p.m. So come on, everyone, like, we need like, roles who are going to take what. So the note
I want to help Lourdes for her next for the presentation that she just signed up. I can be on your team and giving you.
We are talking about the cosecha roles for next committee meeting.
Yes, cosecha roles.
Oh, next committee. I'm sorry, I thought it was the workshop.
Okay.
Yes.
So note taker, anyone wants to be note taker?
Fernando, I remember that last meeting I was supposed to do something of this, but I didn't receive the email. I insist. But if I choose something, how can I know, or how can we have all the information to help you?
I will
Because
do the
I hear
logistics.
just
I can do the logistics. So I can get in touch with you, Lourdes, and see
Okay.
how we can sort this out.
Please, because sometimes I feel lost. I don't know where to find that information. Thank you. So if you want to do the logistics, I can take the notes if you want.
Okay. Thank you,
Nice.
Lulu.
You're welcome.
Okay.
But let me know, please. Don't forget me.
I will. I'll stay in touch.
She
Okay.
would never gonna forget you. Don't worry.
Okay.
I tell you for experience.
I can be chat admin next time.
Nice.
Translator, Fernando.
Yeah, I can play that role.
So we have timekeeper and facilitator and interpreter.
I can try and do timekeeper.
Thank you, Nicole.
Nicole?
Uh-huh.
Okay, thank you, Nicole.
Teodora, you were saying something, Teodora? I was.
Yeah, the timekeeper, but it's already taken. But
So facilitator.
facilitator,
Okay.
Mhm.
facilitator.
Finally, muy bien.
No,
Congrats,
I was
Teodora.
facilitator last meeting. If
Ah,
anyone
that's
want to be
true.
the facilitator, it's okay.
Okay, so in April,
we have
Monica is gonna do this.
Interpreter and translator are one. They're same, right?
Only a interpreter is if we need to, if we have a member who just speaks Spanish,
Okay.
we can do like this simultaneous translation.
Then I'm going to put your name also, Fernand.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank you for thinking of me. So for those who are taking roles for the moving forward, for those who are taking notes, taking roles for next workshop, yes or yes, I will support you. Okay, you are not going to be alone doing all the work and trying to figure it out. So I'm taking the notes for that names. I know that Lourdes and Marianne is going to work in the presentation. Sura will work to prepare some materials. I'm going to try to find materials for that activity.
Okay.
But who would like to help with the envelopes and prepare that?
So do we need to?
I can help
I'll
Sudha.
move the envelopes. I did it last time. I can do it again.
Nice.
Thank you, Pat.
You're welcome.
And I can help Sudha to find the
Perfect.
Thank you,
material.
Theo.
I have another question.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Lulu.
For the presentation, I would like to have information. It you said about is soil and what is the other
Seedling.
topic?
Seedlings.
Seedlings.
We also have a message in the chat about the WhatsApp.
Thank you for bringing that. That's a good chat administrator. Let me tell you. So Monica, you have a huge talent doing WhatsApp group. What about that?
Yeah, I can create that.
Thank you. So
And I have a
I-
question. In the
yes.
WhatsApp, I've never heard of that before. That's something I just download from the Play Store or?
Yes, WhatsApp is a message app.
Okay.
It's
I'll-
like Telegram, if you know, like, it's like Telegram app, but it's like WhatsApp, basically.
I never heard of that one either. I will look for it in the Play Store. I guess I'll download it. Thank you.
It's in the chat. It's WhatsApp.
I have another question.
Uh-huh.
For the presentation of these two topics, how long will we have for that presentation? 5 minutes, 5 minutes with or 10 minutes with presentation and something some activity. How long will we have for that presentation?
So all those response, we will work in that. Don't worry. Now we're gonna have another meeting with Marianne and you, Lulu, to talking about the details about that, the presentation. And when Suda have the materials, a few materials already, like this is a good idea, she can share that with us and we can bring into the presentation and the activity. Okay, so all the details about the workshop, we're gonna work in our teams.
Yeah, Theo is going to help me out, Fernando.
Yes, so
the activation is going to be Luli and Mariana. And Monica is like, she's going to create the WhatsApp group.
yes.
Can you all please on the chat, can you all put your phone number right now? And I can take a screenshot.
And we have a spreadsheet. We have a page with all the contact information on everyone.
Okay.
So Suda, what is the last point in the agenda? This is in blue with the
No,
stars.
no, Fernando.
So the last, okay.
I got your number, Lulu.
So the last point is, yes, these meetings and these Kids Club committee meetings and workshops are considered as volunteer hours. So yay, come on people, like it's a great thing, like,
Yes, we are in meetings, we are having workshop, and all those hours has a volunteers hour. So you, yes or yes, you're gonna have your more than 15 hours per year as a volunteer with La Mesa Verde.
Yes.
You
So
can donate hours to others, inclusive.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, that's a great idea.
But don't sell your volunteer hours. I see
that's
some
what I'm
members
just
doing
thinking,
deals with
Fernando.
this.
Fernando was thinking in that.
That was my idea, actually. I'm sorry.
Thank you,
I'm kidding.
Nicole. Thank you, Lulu. Thank you, Pat,
Yes.
from your phone number.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry
Okay,
for
everyone.
entertaining you guys.
Don't
About
worry.
there is a video, Fernando, that I wanted to make sure that everybody would know that we are gonna come up with a video for the La Mesa Verde group, and it's a very short video. I was thinking 5. Maybe it's gonna be a 3-minute video about the kids club, about the workshop that we just had, and I volunteered to do that video, but to make that video. But if anybody else wants to join me on this, please let me know.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mariana. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Fernando.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a great weekend.
Good night,
Don't
everyone.
forget to change your time.
So
Thank you,
make sure
bye.
make sure to have that the app, WhatsApp.
Yes.
Yeah, have it.
Okay.
Right,
Thank
time
you.
change on Sunday or Saturday
See you
night.
soon, Marianne.
Thank
Bye.
you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 No one is leaving.
I am the owner of the space, so I close this.
Oh,
don't
yeah,
worry.
yeah. Thank you, Fernando. Thank
Bye,
you.
thank you. It was a
Bye-bye.
pleasure.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, we say bye. Why you all? ¿Por qué todavía están aquí? No, ¿quieren decir algo? Este es el momento. Para este club secreto.
Este es el secreto.
Ah, espérate, deja de terminar de grabar porque siempre